you know how much power the stuff in your life uses? Great! Except that doesn't matter. Knowing how much power in watts your devices use can be helpful, but it's usually nowhere near as important as how much energy those things use. Power and energy are very different concepts. The units we use to discuss power and energy can be very confusing. However, if you can wrap your head around how power and energy influence each other, a lot of stuff in your life gets much easier to understand. Let's talk about a bottle of liquid propane. The propane has energy stored in its chemical bonds. When we ignite that mixture, it burns, producing heat. This camping stove burns propane to release stored energy. It uses a simple system of pipes, valves, and nozzles to operate. Connect the propane bottle, open the valves, and ignite. Fire starts as propane mixes with air. But how much can you cook? It all comes down to energy. The quantity of propane in the bottle represents the total amount of heat energy available. When new and full, that bottle contains 1 pound of liquid propane. But when it runs out, it runs out. The valves on the stove can release propane at different rates. Adjusting the rate of fuel flow adjusts the power level of the burners. Power is how quickly we are burning through the propane and releasing its energy at any given moment. Energy is what actually accomplishes work, like bringing water to a boil or cooking a piece of chicken. You can calculate how much energy it takes to bring 6 cups of water to a boil. We know how much energy the propane contains per gram, so we can work out how much propane we'll need to burn. If we assume half of the energy released by the stove makes it into the water, we'll find that to boil 6 cups of water, we need to burn about 20 grams of propane. That's roughly 5% of a full bottle. Knowing power and runtime lets us calculate energy use. For example, running one burner at max for 10 minutes uses 38 G of propane. A watt equals 1 joule per second and applies beyond electricity. With wattage and runtime, you can calculate energy use. Joules are small energy units. A 10W bulb uses 600 joules per minute. We often use watt-hours, calculated as watts x hours, to measure electricity. A 10W bulb running for 3 hours uses 30 watt-hours. Just multiply watts by hours. Simple. We usually use the kilowatt-hour, which is 1,000 watt-hours. Your electricity bill shows the total number of kilowatt-hours you consumed during the billing period. Remember, that means you were billed for the total amount of energy you consumed.